What's going on, and welcome to another Read Aloud by Coach T. Today I'll be reading A Day Out with Mom from Disney Pixar Incredibles 2. Helen beamed as she sat down to breakfast. Hero work had taken her away for quite a while, and she missed spending time with her family. Helen knew Bob was still a little worn out from taking care of everything in her absence. Why don't you go do something fun, she suggested. Take a little time for yourself, and Bob sprang up, kissed her on the cheek, and headed toward the door. Thanks, honey, he shouted. See you all later. After breakfast, Helen had an idea. Hey, Vi. Yes, I'll watch Jack Jack while you take Dash to track practice, Violet said. Actually, I was going to ask if you wanted to come with me, said Helen. After we drop Dash off, I'll take you shopping for something to wear on your first date with Tony. I don't know, said Violet. I was just going to wear something like this. She gestured to her outfit. Come on, said Helen. It'll be mother-daughter fun. You know we can bond. Okay, Mom, Violet said, with a chuckle. Helen and the kids piled into the car and headed out. They soon arrived at Dash's school and wondered why they were the only ones in the parking lot. Oh no, said Dash. I forgot practice is canceled today. Well, you can help with Jack Jack, said Helen upbeat. Then Vi and I can focus on shopping. Great babysitting, said Dash under his breath. Helen and Violet began picking out things for Violet to try on, but Dash and Jack Jack kept distracting them. When Jack Jack spotted the mall carousel, he whined, wah, wah, and shouted, boah, 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 boah. And Dash kept groaning, as if he were in pain. Helen handed Dash some cash. Take your brother on the carousel and go enjoy the mall, she said, forcing a smile. Meet us at the fountain in an hour. Thanks, said Dash. Jack Jack clapped his hands, laughing and babbling blah, 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 as Dash wheeled him away. Helen and Violet went into another shop, and Violet found an outfit she liked. This is cute, she said. But so casual, said Helen. She held up a couple of dresses. Look at these. Violet smiled and took them into the dressing room. Meanwhile, Dash and Jack Jack were having a blast. They rode the carousel and bought lots of candy. Then Dash counted their remaining money and grinned. Jack Jack cackled as Dash pushed the stroller toward the train. The two jumped on. Now this is living, said Dash as he and Jack Jack enjoyed their sweets in a train car. At the end of the hour, Violet sat with Helen feeling a little sad they hadn't found anything. As Dash and Jack Jack raced up to the fountain, Helen frowned. I don't want to talk about it, said Helen. Sorry we're late, blurted Dash, showing off a colorful smile. Before Helen could say a word, an alarm blared. A woman from the jewelry store shouted, Thief! There's a thief on the loose! There's a thief on the loose! The family slapped on their mask and revealed their super suits. They darted into the jewelry store, but the thief was gone. He appeared out of nowhere, said the clerk. He took the jewelry and vanished. Elastigirl and the kids scanned the store, looking for clues. Suddenly, another store alarm blared. A ding, a ring, ring, ring. The family took off toward it. A chorus of alarms rang from every corner of the mall. Maybe it's a team of thieves, said Elastigirl. Or maybe he can multiply like Jack Jack, said Violet. Hearing that Jack Jack multiplied and each baby wandered off in a different direction. I'll run around the mall and see if I can figure out what's going on, Dash said. We'll catch up with you, Elastigirl said. Violet and Elastigirl collected as many Jack Jacks as they could while Dash raced off to find the thief. Dash spotted the burglar and could tell right away he was definitely a supervillain. As Dash rushed toward him, he vanished in a flash of light. Dash didn't notice the burglar reappear right behind him. Elastigirl entered and stretched to grab the villain, but he disappeared and reappeared at a register behind her. Name's Blind Spot, he said, disappearing again. All the Jack Jacks, Violet, Dash, and Elastigirl went after the thief. Violet scooped up Jack Jack and cued him to use his laser eyes, but Blind Spot disappeared again. Even with Dash's super speed, he wasn't fast enough to catch the vanishing villain. Elastigirl created a labyrinth of traps, hoping to trip him up, but Blind Spot managed to disappear and reappear his way through the mall. Then Violet caught Blind Spot's reflection in a mirror and realized something. He was traveling through their blind spots. She quickly used a compact mirror to spot him, then threw a force field to trap him inside. The entire family ran alongside the supervillain as he rolled through the mall. Just then, a dress in a shop window caught Elastigirl's attention. Vi, that looked great on you. Mom, said Violet, I don't want to disappoint you, but I don't really like dresses. I'm sorry, Vi, said Elastigirl. I just wanted to spend some quality time with you. Elastigirl anchored the force field to the fountain, locking the trapped blind spot in place. Well, you got your wish, said Violet, smiling. Nothing says family bonding like catching a supervillain together. As the family headed out, Helen turned to Violet. You know, I have no idea what I wore on my first date with your father. Clothes don't really matter. Wear something you like. Later that week, Violet put on her favorite jeans and top and went downstairs. You look beautiful, said Helen. Thanks, Mom, said Violet, giving her mother a big hug. She was ready for her first date with Tony. The end.